Hey guys, Ryan here for Bender Wins. Hope everyone's doing well today. Here with your daily free picks. All right, guys. So yesterday, couple disappointing games in basketball. Hockey, we got a split. Well, most of us got a split. Some of us, if we weren't able to bet the first 16-minute bet, you would have won the full game. But we got a split there. So technically, 1-3 or 0-2, depending how you look at it. But still, not the day we wanted. Tennessee Chafford and Wofford game, we saw what happened again. I mean, look, I've been changing a fair amount of my bets over to first half bets, but on some of the games, Vegas is fading the first half lines. Okay, they're moving the first half lines more than you would expect. Like I've done this for so many years because I know when a full game total is this, I know what the first half total should be in the game. And that's why when I give out first half totals where the lines aren't out yet, I can give out a total and I can say, you know, it'll be this number. And I had some people messaging, it's like, how do you know, like the line's not even out yet? How do you know that's going to be the line? Because I can see the full game line, right? It's not hard to extrapolate from a full game line, approximately give or take half a point where that line's going to be. But my expectations for some of these games, including this one yesterday, you know, almost a full point to sometimes a point and a half off. And when you're dealing with just a halftime bet, that's significant. So, you know, I'm trying to figure out, you know, the best course of action in terms of playing those games. But look, you know, I really like that play. I said that line should have been down around 135, 136. It was at 140. With that being said, we should have had an easy cover at 135. Again, you know, fouling for absolutely no reason repeatedly when the game's out of reach. It's just that seems to be the theme this year in college basketball. I've never experienced it before. So, you know, yes, you would get the odd game for sure because that's college basketball, but not to this extent. So, anyways, it is what it is. We put it behind us and move on. I mean, look, we're still, overall, we're still doing well in college basketball this year. Hockey, thank God we're doing phenomenal in hockey. College basketball, still doing well. But nowhere near what I would hope for in college basketball. So, you know, we're positive in it, but, you know, not by what we need to be. Or not by what at least we want to be anyway. So, I want to address one more question that I read yesterday in the comment section. And I feel like I have addressed this many times now. But I do want to address it again because it keeps coming up. So how do I pick? How do I differentiate my free picks between my Masterclass plays? All right. So how do I decide what gets given out as free play? And how do I decide what gets given out as Masterclass? And again, the answer to that is I don't. Okay, I picked some games for free picks and I picked some games for Masterclass, and sometimes I keep it along, you know, I'll pick 3 games in this sport and I'll do a couple games in that sport, or I'll sprinkle this and that and this and that. And then I decide, you know, if I have a 2-unit play, am I going to give this 2-unit play out in free picks, or am I going to give this 2-unit play out in Masterclass? That's ultimately my decision. Because again, I reiterate, the strength of my plays, guys, I don't have these gimmicky BS. Okay, you know what? We got a 500 star lock pick. No, I mean, that's garbage, right? You put your plays out, guys. You find value. You put your plays out. And when you feel like you have an extreme amount of value, you make it a 2-unit play. And when you think you got a play, you can hit 65%, you swing for the fences, you make it a 3-unit play. I don't have many 3-unit plays. You guys know that, right? I had 3 last year. I think we went 3-0 on them. But that's the only differentiation. So I thought I made it clear in the past, but again, you know, maybe new people to the channel or whatnot, but that's it. There's no rhyme or reason to what goes where, guys, because my unit sizes they're the same. They're the same. And Masterclass, remember, like people join Masterclass, they say, Bender, should I bet like the free picks? I say, absolutely, because to me, guys, there's no difference in value between the free picks and the Masterclass plays. Okay, so. That being said, Masterclass went 2-1 yesterday, so slightly better day. But anyways, yeah, let's get cracking here, guys. Okay, so I have 3 plays in free picks, and I have 5 additional in Masterclass, so 8 plays in total. Everything is a 1-unit play today. So free picks, guys, I have 3 NHL plays for you. So if you're not a hockey fan, I apologize, but hopefully you're a fan of money because I do like these plays. Masterclass, I have an additional hockey, and then I have 4 basketball plays for you guys. A couple of the plays I was originally going to do in free picks and kind of substitute out with hockey, but, and here is one reason, actually, we'll go back. Here's one reason why I will not give out some plays in free picks that I will in Masterclass. If lines will be hypersensitive, i.e. small school first half totals, which, I have today, a small school first half total. If I give it out in free picks, say goodbye to that line. The line will be gone in 20 minutes and, it'll plummet. So the other thing that I have some difficulty sometimes is some props. Okay, some props. We even saw it in Super Bowl with some of the props for the Super Bowl, just giving it out to Masterclass. Prop lines can move very easily. So giving out some props in free picks and, having 1,000, 2,000 plus people bet that, it's not viable. So anyways, without further ado, let's get cracking. All right, guys. So my first play, Montreal Canadiens. Okay, we're going to take the Canadiens against Edmonton, minus 147. Look, Edmonton, they can put the puck in there. There's no question. But that's just about all Edmonton can do. Defensively, they're very, very suspect. They're on the road here against the Canadian teams. Now, the Canadiens did play last night against the Leafs. Tough game. Look for them to bounce back. Now, the game was close to the third period, and the Leafs poured it on. But I think, in all honesty, guys, not biased here, the Leafs are an exceptional team, especially offensively. And this year, the Leafs have been doing something new and crazy and adventurous for them, playing defense. So, it's hard to fault the Canadiens for a loss against that team, against the Leafs, because they're rock solid right now. But look, on the Canadiens, guys, from a numbers standpoint, we got 4 steam and reverse line moves on the Canadiens in this game. And I like Allen, okay? I like the way Allen's playing. I know it's crazy to say this, I would rather have Allen in net than Price, the way that Price is Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde right now. He's unbelievable or terrible. He's so inconsistent right now. But Allen has been an absolute brick wall, okay? And I'll go flashback to last time when Allen played against Ottawa, and Ottawa came out absolutely firing all cannons in the third period. They said, you know what? We're not going to play defense anyway, so let's literally not play defense. And they all hands on deck. Defense pinch. They're trying to get back into a hockey game. And Allen was the guy. I watched that whole period. Allen kept them in that game and ultimately won that game for them. So, I like the Canadiens here, guys, minus 147 against an overrated Edmonton team. And I say overrated only because when you think of Edmonton, everybody's first thought is Draisaitl, McDavid. And, how can they lose? They got Draisaitl and McDavid, right? I agree. They'll put some pucks in the net. Montreal's got a solid defense. They'll be able to play a good perimeter game as much as you can against those two guys. I think it's good value, guys. Montreal minus 147. All right. Next, Chicago Blackhawks. Chicago Blackhawks minus 115. Okay, they are on a 3-game winning streak now. They're starting to play better on the defensive side of the puck. They had to make some adjustment. With Taves out, they had to make some adjustments. And I think they've done that. Their power play looks much more efficient than it has in past games. So, even in the power plays where they're not scoring goals, they're getting chances. They're moving the puck well. Before, if you watch some of the Chicago games, guys, early on, it was individual efforts trying to get it done on the power play. It was Kane or someone trying to rush and trying to get the puck in their zone. Well, no, I mean they're making the proper plays now. They're gaining the zone, and because of that, they're getting these full, robust power plays where they're getting a minute 45 of power play time, not 30 seconds on attack, right? So 3-game win streak. I like Chicago in this point. I think they're going to keep it going. This Columbus team, shaky at best. We also have 4 steam and reverse line moves, which I certainly don't mind seeing, right? Finally, guys, the last play, we're going to take, I think I said Chicago minus 115, right? Yeah, I think I said the odds. Okay, last play, guys. We're going to take Calgary minus 133. Calgary minus 133. They're playing against Vancouver, okay? So we've ridden Calgary a few times this year. And I like Calgary, guys. Again, Calgary was one of those teams that I was happy to see take a few losses early in the season, because when they take few losses early in the season, what happens? The perception is it's not a good hockey team, but Calgary is a good hockey team, guys. And Calgary has, their top scorers, guys, have been quiet, okay? And, it's like, even with them being quiet, they're still finding ways to win games. But when that offense actually gets clicking, watch out. And Vancouver, guys, what better team to get your offense clicking than Vancouver? And I'm sure, for some of these Calgary players, guys, they had this game circled on their calendar, okay? It's not like it's a Battle of Alberta or anything like that. But Vancouver against Holtby, who is not the Holtby of old, and a shaky defense, is a chance to get on track, okay? Now let's look at this Vancouver team. Okay, Vancouver's lost 5 straight games now, and I want to point out their record 6-2. Or sorry, pardon me, 6-2. 6 wins, 10 losses. They're 6-10. But let's really take a close look at that 6-10. Okay, how'd they get to 6-10? They beat Edmonton. Okay, all right, that's an accomplishment. Edmonton, they're again, their defense is so shaky that anyone can beat them on any given day. But Vancouver beat them, so okay, good for them. They won an overtime game where they still managed to give up 5 goals. It turned into a shootout back and forth. And then they beat Ottawa 3 times. 3 of their wins against Ottawa, okay? I'm not saying Ottawa is so bad where we can just take away those 3 losses, not count them, and say, oh, this should be a 3-10 team. No, I'm not saying that, but I'm saying everyone beats Ottawa. I mean, I'm sorry, Ottawa. Everyone beats Ottawa. They're not there yet. They're a development team. So, Calgary, guys, I think should have no problem winning this hockey game. So that's my play, guys. Calgary -133. All right. So that is it for us today, guys. Thank you very much. If you're interested, benderwins.com. I have another NHL play for you, which we've been crushing NHL. And I have 4 college basketball plays for you guys. All right. So that is it for us today, guys. Thank you very much. And as always, guys, have a very lucky day.